Well, everyone, how are we doing? I am so sorry that I'm fucking late. I'm what? Basically an hour late. And also, I technically did delay this particular stream for a week, so... Well, anyway. Hi, everyone. Hello, Banco. Hello, Binya. Hershey's Kiss hat. Yeah. My Hershey's Kiss hat. There's no chocolate in here, I promise. The only thing that's under here is... Whoop! That. Wait, let me get this back on my head just right. Yeah, that fits perfectly. Oh, sorry, excuse me. I'm gonna be a little phlegmy right now because I just ate. And I guess I might be allergic to something. Maybe it's the hot Cheetos. Who knows? Eats your hat? Bro, there's nothing in here. There's only aluminum. You know, the fun fact with aluminum is that if I eat aluminum, or if I like put aluminum in my mouth, I'm pretty sure it reacts to some of the teeth, like the cavity fillings that I have. I don't know if anyone else experiences that, but I experienced that. Gassy set. What do you mean gassy? I didn't eat cheese. Wait, does hot Cheetos have cheese in it? Genuine question, I don't know. Saphera did cougher. Integral part of stream. Do I really cough that much? Okay, now that I think about it, maybe I do cough that much. I don't fucking know, man. You think this is bad? Imagine when I get sick. I get really coughy. Did you just ask if a cheese-flavored snack has cheese? It's hot Cheetos! Is the hot Cheetos cheese? All I can taste is the spice and it kills me, so... Wait, is there cheese on here? On the fries? On the fries version? Does the fries version have cheese on it? Hold on. Cheese on this? TBH is probably fake cheese in it? Okay, probably. Okay, hold on. Let's look at the back here. Oh, there is buttermilk. Okay. Oh, yeah, Romano cheese. Okay. Alright, I learned. So it has nothing to do with Cheetos. Okay, I knew that Cheetos are cheese. I just didn't think hot Cheetos had cheese in them. Because, like, they're spicy. Butter my milk until I dare. Hey, yo, Binya? Sus. And all Cheetos do. Does that include all the ones that have the hot, like the flamin' hot flavors, like the Ruffles flamin' hot, the Fritos flaming hot? Do they all have that cheese spicy powder on them? Yeah? Oh. Okay, well, today I learned, and also, you know, it was like this month that I learned that I probably have allergies to dairy, or apparently someone said this is normal to be phlegmy after you eat dairy. But I feel like I'm way more phlegmy than most regular people, so I don't know. How can you eat those and not know what they are? It's like eating Lay's not knowing they're made from potatoes. Because all I taste when I eat hot Cheetos is it's fucking killing me. My mouth is on fire. You think there's enough cheese in there to counter the spice? No. I get phlegmy after I drink milk sometimes. Okay, but yours is sometimes. Mine's like every time. It is quite normal to be phlegmy after eating something spicy. Okay, that too, but this has spice and cheese. Anyway. Okay, so today I learned hot Cheetos has cheese in it. Cool. Man, what other things can I be learning? I got this little tinfoil hat on. I'm gonna learn a lot of things today. But really quick, I just wanna... Your throat is throating. I mean, reacting to something volatile going down your throat. That is true. Except what feels more of it is my tongue, but you know. That's true. That makes sense. So I guess if I just mix the two, it's just bad. But really quick, for all the YouTube peeps out here who are watching / VOD watching, I just want to say that I am gonna be really busy IRL, so for the next like month or two, or maybe even more, depends on how things go at work, but I will unfortunately be having to work overtime every week probably, so I probably won't be able to do many YouTube streams unless I want to play a visual novel really, really badly, which I don't know if I will, but we will see. But so this means that for YouTube streams, only YouTube streams, Twitch streams are still okay to an extent. I'm still gonna do most of my things over there, but for everyone on YouTube, this will probably be the last stream for a while, unless I really play a visual novel I really want to play. RIP Saph on hiatus till further notice. RIP in pieces, in peace, in Piast. Yes, but I mean, like, it's not really like a hiatus because I'm still gonna stream at least weekly, but I can't guarantee I'm gonna stream as often as I am right now, which is about 3 to 4 times a week. Because usually I do 1 YouTube stream and then like 2 to 3 Twitch streams, but I think if I have to do work over time, I'm gonna lose sleep even more if I stream, and I'm gonna be exhausted, so it's just like, I'll just stick to regular gaming. But I do plan on potentially taking some of that extra time to make videos, maybe, or edit some shit. Maybe I should edit some shit. I don't fucking know. I want to do like a Dead Space compilation, like, cause like I feel like there's a lot of fun stuffs with that one. You don't need EAP. I've been living my whole entire VTuber life with no EAP. Alright, I got my sour gummies ready for this. Oh, sour gummies, hey, let's go. What flavor of sour gummies do you like? What's your favorite? Dead Space, Glagers, yeah, because there's a lot of fun moments with Dead Space. I need to edit my debut to get the debut highlights, and it'll be good to revisit that anyway. I also need to post a little bit of lore on there. But there's some other things I want to do, and I want to do some original YouTube content, but maybe I'll just write the script for now and wait until I get Fate's model to do those. But we'll see. We'll see. That won't happen for a while, but I think it'll definitely happen during the hiatus, unless we get a hire soon, but we'll see. Anyway, that's it for the PSA, I guess. The little life update. It's not like I'm big enough on YouTube anyway to be pogging off, but share the gums. Eat your own gums. Don't you have some, Banco? Okay, let's get on to the video. Not video. Site. So, what is the stream topic of the day today? What do you mean, what the fuck? Anyway, today we're gonna be talking about, are these giant prehistoric trees? And basically, I don't know much about this. I just remember I saw this on Tumblr a couple years ago. It was like this really long post. It had a lot of cool aesthetic looking trees or like landscape pictures, because like you guys know like what a mesa is, like the fucking big like I don't know, I don't think they're hills, but like they're just like big rocks with like really flat tops. That's a mesa. Here's a handful of strawberry gums. Oh, strawberries, so puggies. Yeah, I drove through some. Wait, is this the Smasher Pass foliage stream? No, this is not a Smasher Pass foliage stream. This is just reading the wackiest conspiracy theory I have ever heard of. Because, like, this one basically is trying to convince people that Paul Bunyan exists. It exists for real. Because it's basically saying mesas are old, giant fossilized trees. That's the TLDR of this entire conspiracy theory. Because I was like, hello, what? So that was a spoiler, I guess, but you know, that's we're basically gonna see how the hell someone came up with this. And it was actually like, it's wild. There's also a lot of cool pictures here. We can't smash or pass them. Paul Bunyan doesn't exist. Wait, isn't Paul Bunyan a myth? How can they say that when petrified / fossilized wood is a real thing you can find? Well, see, that's why there's no forests. Because everything that is around us, the little trees that we think are trees, that shit is actually just, I don't know, probably a weed or something in relation. But she's right here in my FGO. Gotcha. No! Not the waifu Paul Bunyan. Oh my god, I forgot Faye fucking gingerbread Paul Bunyan. No. Also, how's the audio? Hopefully audio's fine. Let me know if the background music is too loud though and I can turn it down. Anyway, let's get right into this. It's kind of lengthy, so hopefully it won't take me 4 hours to read this. Are these giant prehistoric trees? Also, disclaimer, I don't believe in any of this conspiracy theory. Well, I haven't read it yet, so maybe it can convince me of something, but as far as I know though, I think this is made by someone who believes in flat earth. Or this conspiracy theory is lauded by flat earthers, and I'm sorry, the earth is not flat. I believe in science. So yeah, if you're a flat earther, I'm sorry. you can't convince me. Audio coming in loud and clear. Alright, hopefully it's good. Giant little girl, go step on my enemies. Where is that really? Oh my god. She prehistoric my tree till I mesa'd her desert. What the fuck is wrong with you, Banco? What's wrong with you and Binya? Also, what's up, Logan? Good to see you again. Hello. Alright. So are these giant prehistoric trees? Alright. Look at that. Look at that child hugging that tree, being a tree hugger. Alright, let's go. Okay. Old trees can be seen as a rarity. They are accounted for and protected as a natural monument. But why do they say all the forest, even Siberia, are not older than 200 years? Wait, what? Clearly, surely someone in science has said there's trees older than 200 years. Trees have not been around for just 200 years. Actually, the Earth is a cube. Actually, the Earth, we're on a giant fucking turtle, you guys. I actually need to look up into that one because, like, I don't understand the whole Earth is on a turtle in like space or something. I don't fucking know. Gonna see you stream again, Saf. I look forward to more in the future. They don't say that though. Yeah, right. And also, Logan, just a heads up, IRL is kicking my ass. I probably won't be able to do a YouTube stream for a while. As in a few months. Unless we can get a new hire within the next month, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Corporal bullshit is taking forever. So just a heads up, I'm sorry, but I will try to update some more videos. I will be on Twitch though. If I do play a VN though, I will do a stream, but I can't schedule these out in advance because I don't know how I'm gonna feel. I'm gonna burn out. But I do appreciate you dropping by, Logan. I really do appreciate it. Actually is an irregularly shaped ellipsoid. Like the old maps of when you stretch out. The redwoods alone prove there's trees older. Yeah, right? Because I was like, I thought redwoods are like ancient. There's like that one tree that is like made of like a singular tree, but has a billion other trees like that shoot out from it under the roots, and that's like thousands of years old, right? Well, this is how you can tell this shit's made with fucking conspiracy, like tinfoil hat, literally. Broke flat earth, whoa, 4D time cube, whoa. Atlas turtle held up by cosmic elephants. Is that really what it is? I really have to look up into that. That shit's wild to me. That also sounds good. I appreciate the fact you're still making an effort when you got so much to do. Come back to your regular schedule when you're able. No problem. Yeah, I'll try my best. Definitely, once work stabilizes and I don't have to do overtime anymore, I will definitely go back to my normal schedule. But I would also take that extra time, aka, you know, of not streaming to try to do some editing. That'd be pretty poggies. And art. I would like to do some art. Alright, let's get back into it. Where are the giants? I want to approach this issue from the other side, beginning from the Earth's poles. Soviet biologists have discovered something strange: the pole's unnatural quantity of water in the form of ice and snow, and an unnaturally quantity of carbon dioxide dissolved in the oceans. This clearly adds to the latest general crazed trend about global warming. With some simple calculations, scientists claim they have deduced a figure that says that recently there was a general warming in 99.9% of the Earth's biosphere. I wouldn't believe anything this thing fucking says. But hey, I would smash these ice glaciers caps. I don't know what this is called. Smash it though. 4D time cube is a real theory. There's even down the rabbit hole. Yeah, I love their videos. I'm actually sub them on the Patreon. I don't think I got into it though, because that shit goes out of my fucking mind. Oh, the forest that is a system of trees with a singular root system, or the aspens. Oh, the aspens. I didn't know which one, but that's really cool. Yeah, I don't know. This came out like 2019 or something. This shit's whack. It is known that living cells are composed mainly of water, so the snow caps of the poles are nothing but the release of water Wait, what? but the release of water organisms, which in the gaseous state migrated to the poles and then condensed in the form of precipitation. That's not how organisms work. Do these little reactions do anything on YouTube? Wait, little reactions? I'm not sure. Unless you mean little emotes. I don't think they do anything with it on YouTube besides just be cute little emotes. Now think about it in the figure of 99.9%. In other words, what is now water grows, crawls, flies, swims, and runs around the earth at a volume of 20,000 times smaller than it was before the fire. What fire? This was to all of our plants, animals, and people together. Insert an image to compare the ratio of volumes. But then there was a discrepancy. The biologists have divided this figure by the area of all the continents together, and they did not work. There was not enough land, and the fact is, it shouldn't be anywhere else but on land. It turned out that the stereotype thinking was to blame, because our usual forest of 30-meter height sat down like a virus in the minds of biologists and prevented the quick unraveling of the matter. If the plants do not fit in breadth, they should be placed upward and all at once grow together. The new theory quickly drew a hypothetical forest of unimaginable heights, and soon there were these pictures. What is going on? What did I get myself into? What is this? It's like sci-fi movie shit. Yeah, they're like basically saying like it's the end of the world is what they're saying. Anyway, this tree, that is a pretty big tree. We'll give them that. This is also a big tree. But I mean, 30 meters. This could be a 30-meter tree. I don't know. Like wide tree. That's an actual photo of a redwood tree being cut down. Yeah, because I'm like, aren't these the redwoods? Because this one looks like the redwood for sure. I don't know about the rest of these. They could also be redwoods. Oh, there we go. The barbaric fall of the California redwoods between 1880 and 1920, which miraculously survived the 1816 bombing of the planet. Wait, what? Just imagine how many years you need to grow a tree to such an extent. And then came the creature with saws and axes. 1, 2, and there is no tree. Was that supposed to be like 1, 2, 3, but they just got rid of the H? That's great. There is such a rule in the proportions of trees. The diameter of the stump is approximately 3 times the height of the lumberjack. Let it be 1.75 meters times 3 times 20 equals 105 meters. Just think about it. You enter the forest, the height of which is not the usual 30 meters, but 100. So much for the fabulous forests that they love to describe in folktales and drawn cartoons. Forests that are irretrievably lost thanks to such barbarians. I understand that it is just hired workers, that they certainly need to feed the family, which received orders from above. But if each woodcutter refused the criminal order, the forest would remain whole. Look at these photos carefully. Let's look at these more redwoods. Pretty girthy. Yeah, you will like these, huh? Wouldn't you, Binya? Holy shit, that's a lot of people on that tree, though. My god. Whoa. If someone thinks that the forests were cut down just for lumber, then I hasten to dispel your naivety. The fact is that old trees work as information storage, database, and hard disks in modern parlance. Everything that happens on the planet, the trees do record recorded in its information portal. A person with good enough sensitivity can just go to a forest and easily access any information about the past just by touching the tree trunk. Oh my god. I do not know for what reason, but several Redwoods barbarians decided to leave one alive, even made a fence and called it a reserve. I feel like I might have actually visited, because I visited the California Redwoods a couple years ago, because we were trying to drive to get to the Bill Cipher statue from Gravity Falls during the Bill Cipher scavenger hunt. And we made our way through the California Redwoods and we visited the National Forest. 1816 bombing of the planet. Yeah, what does that even mean? I can guess that this is a way of describing the year without a summer, which was when the Tambora eruption in Sumatra belched so much ash. Oh. Huh. I didn't know that. I don't know my history very well. I guess that's what they mean then, yeah. If that happened in 1816, then yeah, I suppose it was that eruption. Oh. That was actually 1816. Okay, that's what they meant then. That's pretty interesting. That's one way to summarize is calling the bombing on the planet. But that was from nature itself, so I don't know. So to sum up, as you can see, the remains of a giant forest were found. Hence, the theory of giant forests of the past proved how snow poles also took this place in the mosaic. It seems that this topic could be closed here, but not so simple. Many myths and legends tell us about the transformation of people, animals, and plants into stone. Take at least the book Legends of Crimea. Crimea? Crimea? It's not Crimea, is it? I never knew how to pronounce this. Rip. Maybe he thought it was aliens bombarding the planet rather than a volcano or something. Oh god, I wouldn't be surprised if some people actually believed those aliens. Crimea. Okay. Legends of Crimea. Thank you. As an example where everything converges for paleontologists around the world digging up fossils of animals and planets, not only in Crimea, I had to go look at it again, but also across the globe. There are also many museums around the world that are simply overwhelmed with petrified clover, frogwa, FMD ancestry, dinosaur pieces, etc. This is outside of my depth. That's a cool looking fossil though, I dig that. Never change, you're welcome. Oh, I do like this one. This is a really dope fossil. I think these are cool. I think the whole idea of fossils, honestly, are just really cool. Whoa, it's a really good octopus one. Yo, that's sick. What in the name of God is Frogwa? I don't know, but Benko was doing like fucking role playing with Waluigi bot yesterday, and all Benko kept saying was wah. So I just think of a frog going wah. I mean, I'll leave y'all to it. Sounds good, cardboard. Oh, sweet. That fossil turns into a sweet Pokemon if you revive it. Alright, let's just dip this in the water. We're gonna get an octopus. Whoa, are these jellyfish? Yo, wait, that's sick. And then the dinosaur ones are really cool. So far, so good. No, I'm not, but sure. We'll roll with it, author, whoever you are. But don't forget, we have a topic here. Trees. Where are the trees, guys? The California redwoods are not appropriate here since they are carbon-based and therefore do not fit into the silicon era. How do I know? Well, firstly, they are cut and sawed with standard tools. Silicon breaks axes and saws. Second, pay attention to the growth of rings, indicating the change of seasons. Do not forget that while the solar was shining, there was no change of day/night and summer/winter. I don't know what this person's on. So, even these old giants in the photo are not related to the silicon era. So where are the silicon trees? Oh, this leads to a YouTube video. Or better, at least their remains. You will not believe it, but they have been found. Guess where? All in same North America, in Arizona, to be precise. It all seems to have converged on the edge of the area of the Aryans, now called the Grand Canyon. Well, the Grand Canyon had trees? Whoa, let's go. Actually, I think I only drove through the Grand Canyon once, but I was too scared to, like, go out of the car because I have a fear of heights. And I have a fear that I'm gonna, like, peek out over the edge and then fucking fall. And then die. so I was like, you know what? I'd rather just stay in the car. It's fine. And the river Colorado. Is that an actual river? Or did they mean Colorado? That's a really cool one, though. Just think, what made this ancient crater in Colo on the other side of the world, and another mark erased from the earth? But we will pretend not to notice this theater of the absurd because we're interested in flint trees. I wouldn't go anywhere near that thing. I'd trip and fall. Yeah, Binya, you get it. I would trip and fall too. This theory is especially offensive to me because I live in North Carolina, i.e. the arboreal state, the state with more trees per square mile than anywhere else in America. I can't go anywhere without seeing trees, and this time of year they spooch so much plant come into the air. I'm miserable for like 4 to 5 months of the year. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are already feeling the effects of nice plant sperm in the air. Good luck with that, Logan. But I mean, yeah, this whole thing is just trying to tell us that the trees that we see right now are not real trees. And I think that's kind of ridiculous, hence why I'm reading this. That's what it is, Sav? Yeah, it's plant spunk. You're just allergic to plant spunk. It's okay. It's okay though. But yeah, don't worry. There's a lot of people who are already feeling it. I don't, because I don't think I'm allergic to that. At least not to the extent a lot of people are. And it's ever all over your car, your house, and you. Yeah. And then you're just perishing as the trees stop fertilizing. And here they are, by the way. I present to you an open-air museum. Petrified trees are scattered in the desert and also fenced. Anyone can visit the tourist area titled Petrified Forest National Park. I have never been. Looks cool, though. This fossil park is not simple. It's just simply unique. If a turtle and a frog turn to stone and gray and white pebbles, local trees are turned into semi-precious stones. I don't know, that still looks like wood to me. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. Petrified trees sound pretty cool, and I think I've seen some before, and they're pretty neat. But like, from a distance, you can just tell this is just a tree. Oh, why is this one all cut up like that? And just left there. Ayo. Wow, look at all these pictures, though. These are such good pictures. Tree, ayo. Read, we're gonna talk about how trees are fake or something. I don't know. Petrification doesn't mean literally turn to stone. It means it gets calcified and vitrified over time. Oh. I mean, yeah, that one looks very, like, more stone-like than all the other ones. It's pretty cool, though. But doesn't it turn fragile if it's like this? I want to take a bite of the petrified tree. I'm pretty sure that's like taking a bite into, like, a fucking jawbreaker. And it doesn't taste sweet. Can you see the annual rings? No. Oh, is it these little ridges? This guy seems to think Medusa just looked at the forest. Honestly, I wouldn't put it past them if that's what they believed in. Okay, but these colors are really dope, though. I like these pictures. We admire the stones, don't we? Beautiful, is it not? Well, it's time to sum it up. All our forests are young and do not grow higher than 30 meters. Our forests are now preserved in the form of American redwoods. There exist forests of the Silicon era, including trees of gems. Since as a child I saw in the animal world fossils of gerbils and frogs, I was tormented by the question, and although it came from a child's head, now it's $1 million question. How can a frog be petrified instead of just rot as it should be with an organic body? I'm pretty sure that what? Huh? Okay, but that's a really cool fossil picture. Petrified trees do look like candy. Don't eat the candy. I do not know about you, but it seems that something is not being told. Fossilization process occurs underground when the body is buried under sediments, but do not deteriorate due to a lack of oxygen, quoted by Wikipedia. We need some kind of natural disaster, such as a volcanic eruption or clay rain to cover frogs and mammoths alike, where these sedimentary rocks together with air bacteria do not turn the body to a state of smelly manure. In other words, the body stiffened and become compacted. According to scientists, organic material has been and become silica. SiO2. A carbon body under no circumstances becomes a cobblestone ever. This nonsense was invented to conceal the Silicon era. The transformation of the logs into a gem, that's where the scope lies, and cynicism is really going wild. But how does a piece of wood turn into a semi-precious stone? I will reveal the secret later, but for now let us examine this whole deal on semi-precious items. I do not know about you, but I am perplexed by 3 points. 1. According to the official version, the trees died in an unfair battle against a neighboring volcano circa 225 million years ago, and this exciting story goes even deeper. The wood was not burned in lava flame. 3. They did not rot for 225 million years in the damp earth, but in spite of current knowledge in physics, chemistry, and biology, simply turned into gems. But that's not all. Please note that trees on the pictures are not broken. They were sawed. The question is, was it before or after Armageddon that trunks shredded like sausage? Sausage? If after, then what brand of chainsaw Indian sawed gems? I would have bought it myself. For those who think only a complete idiot would believe in that transformation of wood into gems, the question arises. If someone staged this whole circus, why would they bring back and then scatter the trees of the silicon life forms? And now the most important thing. And if you notice how many of these are small silicon trees? After all, they are not comparable, even the redwoods of California. And everything is very simple. It is not a tree, but branches of giant trees in the Silicon era. And those trees are so huge that American redwoods besides them will look like a match compared to a baobab tree. What is a baobab tree? And while tourists with open mouths marvel at gems and are lost in distractions, no one will pay attention to the background from which these beautiful threads came. But the whole trick is in the background. The background. Alright, what am I missing here? Amber isn't a gem. That was originally sap/honey. Oh yeah, I forget. Amber's not a gem. I need to quit correcting this guy. I'm gonna run out of breath. I spam the chat if I commit to that. Yeah, don't lose your head over this. Just lose yourself to the tinfoil hatness. Just gotta just wash it. Just let it wash over you, and then be like, yeah, that was a bunch of baloney. You just gotta tap into the crazy every now and then, you know. All conspiracy theorists skipped high school science. They really just believe in whatever science they want to believe in. I think I found the problem here. This guy's confusing petrification with gems, and all gems eat with diamond. Not all gems are remotely as tough as diamond. Yeah, some actually are really fragile. I think gold is actually really fragile. It's like really soft metal. Saf, embrace the madness, don't fight it. I do feel like when I read a lot of these big ones, though, I kind of just like low-key disassociate. I don't even remember what's happening. To finally understand what I've been trying to tell, it is necessary once again to recall a quote. Close to the face, it's hard to see any person. Great things are seen at a distance. We once again buried the nose into something very big. I once again urge you to think on a planetary scale, and therefore simply urge to change the viewing angle. What do you see? A stump in the middle of daisies, right? Yeah, that's a cute stump in the middle of daisies. Yeah, that's cute. Those little white little daisies. And I continue to insist that this is a table mountain and formed from a magmatic melt that rose from the depths of the earth and froze about 200 million years ago. That is a nice rock, yes. That is also a nice rock. Pure gold is super soft. Gold alloys are super tough, which is why what they use to make your replacement teeth with them before artificial enamel. Wait, they actually put gold in your teeth? Before? What? Wild. 100 pure gold is very soft, and that's why jewelry made with it is alloyed other metals. Ah, that explains why it's hard. And that's a stump of Miss Daisy's. He's correct on that, yes. Well, what are your thoughts on this? Let me present you to the mountain Devil's Tower in Wyoming, USA. This is Devil's Tower? Yeah, that shit looks rad, I'm not gonna lie. It is a table mountain formed from a magmatic melt that rose from the depths of the earth and froze about 200 million years ago. I believe that it is a giant tree stump on a silicon life form and can easily prove it. Everything that you have read is flowers. Further, much cooler. Steeper, literally. Wait, what? Devil's Tower was formed from molten magma that rose from the depths of the earth and stood in the form of elegant columns, quoted from Wikipedia, stood in perfect hexagonal columns as much as 300 meters into the sky. But to say that this geometric masterpiece is just the result of a lava fountain is the same nonsense as if to say that a race car appeared on the tracks due to an explosion at a Ferrari factory. What? Comparative analysis. Do you know what is the fact that amazes me the most? All columns are hexagonal. Hexagonal. Hexagon. Oh. You never seen / heard of a gold tooth? My dad has several. Maybe my dad has some, but I don't know. Devil's Tower looks like it was made in Minecraft thanks to its texture. No, not the Minecraft tower. That's sad. Why hexagonal? Because the universe is building their masterpieces in this form. Bees? There are no similar snowflakes, but they are a perfect hexagonal shape. Bees, too, not knowing mathematics, correctly identified that the regular hexagon has the smallest perimeter among equal area figures, so this form can be filled efficiently. Building honeycomb, the bees instinctively try to make it possible for it to be more spacious while expending as little wax as possible. The hexagonal shape is the most economical and the effective figure for the construction of hundreds. Furthermore, there are those that do not yet understand that our universe is fractal and therefore make no difference to study to what extent in the size of mountains or in the size of the tree that everyone lives under the same roof. Opening a botany textbook, we find the structure of some plants is associated with our giant stump, but it is useless to argue with them. Let me introduce you to a cross-section of the stem of flax. That's things, yeah? A straight spinning image of our stump with a bird's eye view. Okay, but this person also realizes someone draws these, right? Okay, admittedly, a lot of people don't know this, but many geological materials unnaturally break into hexagon shapes. They look unnatural, but it's natural. Look up pictures of the Giant's Causeway. What is the Giant's Causeway? I'll look this up on a different one. Giant's Causeway. What the hell is this thing? No, I don't like that. Actually, it's cool, but also, what the hell? Yeah, that's funky. Okay, but it also like low-key's triggered. Some of these photos are triggering my trypophobia. For real, it's freaky, but it's 100% natural. Wow, that was interesting. Yeah, because I remember I see those get referenced in like, you know, certain video games and things, but it's actually really cool that that's a place you can actually visit. Oh, interesting. Vaguely same shape equals same thing. That's definitely what this person's going for. Stump fibers, as flax fiber stem, have a hexagonal shape, which strictly maintained its geometry throughout the length of the barrel, the same as much as 386 meters. The fibers do not differ from one another. They are not only calibrated over the entire length, but with respect to each other. Each fiber stump is covered in a thin shell, just as fascia, the connective tissue sheath forming housings of muscle fibers. As you can see, a fossilized shell in contact with wind and moisture crack, peel/fall off, and is direct proof that stump fibers consist of at least two different components. The fibers do not go into the ground vertically. They gradually bend to smoothly evolve to the root system. I mean, it could also just be the weight of everything. I don't know. Same with beehives. Yeah, because I was just like, yeah, that is actually true, because honeycombs are naturally like that. As you can see, the official version of casual hardened lava flies to hell. Too many facts screaming that this stump is of a giant tree of silicon. I understand that Hollywood in 1977 concocted Spielberg's Close Encounters of the Third Kind to the Devil's Tower in the title role, which is 100 times repeated that it is a mountain for a meeting with the aliens. But where were your eyes, scientists? Hey, biologists, geologists, paleontologists, you study the world behind the mask of the welder? What the fuck is happening here? Now let's count up the height of that tree, which was the stump once. To do this, we use the formula that I gave in the first part, where the diameter of the stump height is approximately equal to 1/20th of the entire tree. Thus, the diameter of our stump, 300 meters at the base. Given that the great stump rises over a period of 7,500 years, it is clear that it was wider, but even if at a modest 300 meters and multiply it by 20, we get the height of the tree, and now, get ready, 6 kilometers in height. I think at this point there is little doubt that the Devil's Tower in the United States is a giant tree stump from the Silicon era, with all the features of a conventional wood stump as anyone could see. But on the other hand, do not underestimate the tenacious hooks. Hey, look, they're gonna bring up the thing! But on the other hand, do not underestimate the tenacious hooks that the Matrix holds in the minds of disbelievers. So I'm sure that even after such evidence, there are deep sleepers which will require the continuation of this banquet. If you think that my arguments have been exhausted, then I hate to disappoint you. I still have so many trump cards that I will savor every moment, pulling the culmination of the 6th chapter, because this story is as intricate as those from Detective Agatha Christie. So we understood something with one stump. It's time to explore the other. You just need to take the blinders off, and you do need to see this. Allow me to present to you the Giant's Trail in Ireland. Did I just say Ireland? Ireland. I know how to pronounce it, I promise. Fly to Hell is the name of my new band. Well, Welder, who I want to meet him so true. So tell this guy about Silicon Valley. For real. Ireland. It's Ireland. Resemble something? Again, some hexagonal poles. 100% similarity with plant fibers from Devil's Tower. This is another giant tree stump. Hey, they're calling it a giant tree stump, Logan, but only out of the ground. The tree grew right on the beach. The trail consists of 40,000 giant pillars of this geometry. Their proportions will envy even the bees. Obviously, this natural wonder, the experts declared a national reserve. And again, guess what official science says about this Irish stump? Giant's Causeway, Giant's Trail, a natural monument of about 40,000 interconnected basalt columns formed as a result of an ancient volcanic eruption from Wikipedia. ... Eruption! Well, tell me, how can we keep from hearing eruption fountain coming from the scientist community? It is difficult, very difficult. But for now, we will have to bite our lips and keep waiting. Why haven't the honeycombs also not yet been named by the eruption of an ancient volcano? They also do not distinguish from the trail giants. Just look at this masterpiece of geometry. I mean, it is really cool looking though, I'm not gonna lie. Ireland? Ireland? What? That was his Ireland. It's here. Oh, those are hexagons, but look at them, they're all wonky, they don't look man-made. I don't know, this person's not claiming they're man-made, they're claiming it's a stump. They're claiming this is a fucking tree. That's what they're claiming. Oh, well, dude, that water going through this, that was really cool. So to recapitulate, this is a lava eruption. And this is how it flows. And this is how lava solidifies. Now let us compare with the Devil's Tower and Trail Giant. I mean, yeah, I guess you go from this to this or this. It doesn't seem to add up. Oh, this tinfoil hat thing. Why the Minecraft BG music? Because look, we're looking at Minecraft. These are trees, Strimmer. These are trees. Look at the trees. Masterpiece of geometry. Like I said, all wonky. As now we recapitulate means you ding dong. Hey, let the conspiracy theorists do their thing. Well, who else here believes in a lava fountain story? If you think that apart from two silicon giant trees I have nothing else to show, then you're mistaken. They are all over the planet and they are abysmal. The most interesting thing is that people do not even think they are stumps, and official science seriously must have wondered, how can we hide this from them? Why would science hide this? I'm being for real. What are these people smoking to think that scientists would have anything to gain from hiding? If these were genuinely actually trees, what benefit is there to hiding the fact these are trees? There is none. What are they smoking? Admittedly, it does look very Minecraft from a distance, like those Minecraft RTX mods. That is true. Yeah, like what's the motive? Are they saying it's the aliens? Bro, we all know the government's hiding a bit shit about aliens. Do y'all believe in the aliens? I kind of believe in aliens. they're not the gray people, like gray bald people things that we see in cartoons though. I don't believe in that shit though. That shit's stupid. or the green ones. I don't believe in that either. All those are stupid. Then again, I think I've been playing too much sci-fi. I would like to hope there's some kind of monstrous thing that is smashable. I mean, what? And so they came up with a brilliant name for silicon stumps. Basalt rocks. Basalt rocks? I don't know how to pronounce this. Now pay special attention. Wait, hold on. Let me just make sure. I need to put this video on loop. Okay, hold on. Where'd my thing go? Now pay special attention to the following two pictures. How to hang fiber ceiling. Wait, what? So how can it be explained now under the volcanic version? Did lava drip to the ground and not reach it somehow? How artifacts lie right under our noses, but the prism matrix does not allow us to see? And we move on, and not to deviate from the title of this place, I bring to your attention one more hexagonal marvel of nature. Silicon nature. Meet the biggest dried salt lake in the world. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Oh yeah, they do got the hexagon shape down here. Oh, that's cool. Saphera, hello. By the way, this isn't Minecraft BGM. It's from Banished. Wait, it is? This is literally, it's called on YouTube, Tavern/In Music, Fantasy Medieval Music, No Copyright Volume 2. I didn't know it came from a game. I don't even know what Banished is. I'm sorry to disappoint you, Logan. As you can see, not everything is as simple as as it is written in the book Natural History and shown on the Discovery Channel. Traditional knowledge would not deny here the obvious conclusion of these hexagons, but to the silicon stumps it is still somehow something about the hexagonal structure, as if they do not exist at all. And they are, more as it is. What is this? This is a really aesthetic picture. What is that? Wow, these are so cool looking though. It's hard to believe these are actually like natural shit you can find on the planet. Like if you just like visit these places, you can like take these own pictures. That's wild to think about. Got a mixtape to impress you? Yeah, definitely. Gotta show everyone I know more than I do. You will not believe it, but the truth is not only on Wiki. I searched the internet and didn't find an explanation of the hexagonal structure. There was only one place with a shy line saying, "Look how oddly withered and cracked salt." And here I fell into a stupor. First, under the scorching rays of the sun crust, any surface cracks like this. Okay. Not like honeycombs. Second, show me the American lake crack again. This is an American lake crack. As far as I know, the cracks, it is deepening between the surface of the fragments, and I see the rise, and it is the exact opposite of cracks. More like fascia fibers, the same as silicon stumps. And third, why is it that the salt surface is divided on the hexagonal fragments? Since there is not a general explanation from science, I will express their own opinion. According to Wake Up Human, salt lakes are sludge-settling tanks. I agree with this version, with the exception of the lake, and here's why. Every cell is an attribute peculiar to living organisms, be it ownership of the queen bee, the structure of snowflakes, or plant fibers. But as we have seen with our own eyes, Salar de Uyuni is not just a giant salt formation. It is a living silicon life-form creature. Whoa, what are we going on now? Now can you see how we are cut off from the real image of the past? If giant trees are still able to get into our wretched imagination, here's a creature of salt by 10,000 square kilometers in width, while it is hard for us to imagine how high those trees were able to reach. Now, do you understand that only 7,500 years ago our planet looked so fabulous that James Cameron and his Avatar movie were not playing? Now I bring up the Avatar movie? Our world did not look like this 7,500 years ago. This shit's from fantasy, man. Sav's playlist probably consists of like 10 songs that are constantly on repeat. Hey, I'll have you know my playlist is about 360 songs that are constantly on repeat. Okay? Okay? Correcting your number there. Physical aliens coming to Earth across billions of light years just to scare Mr. and Mrs. Bithers in the living room. Hey y'all, read John Keel's books sometime? Oh, me reading books? That's silly. Actually gonna change my new band, Creature of Salt. Change my mind. Hey, actually, Creature of Salt sounds kind of rad though. In short, the planet literally has been scrapped in gigantic proportions. They scraped the top layer all over the world, as the old asphalt road workers scraped everything for their bosses' cars. Only a small height of the layer was left, a few hundred meters. Please note that the coastal line of the lake has the shape of a semicircle, and it is not the only one. It seems that it has been worked with an excavator wheel. This theme is just brilliant, started by Pavel Ulyanov, Wake Up Human. I have mentioned the name of this man before, who in the past year, in my opinion, made a real revolution in the science of anatomy regarding volcanoes, rivers, quarries, waste heaps, seas, lakes, etc. As he said, these terms can now be simply deleted from the lexicon as they are unnecessary, because no volcanoes and canyons exist in principle. Now in the head, the logical circuit will start being intertwined with this opening of Pavel, so we strongly recommend that you read this until the end, otherwise your mosaic will be incomplete. With regard to our lake, you want to pay attention here to a point. I certainly understand that the name Salar de Uyuni suggests something that we are not being told. Therefore, we just have to think. Well, the theoretical part is over, and it is time to proceed to the culmination of the events and travel on the runway. But first, we need to go back to the first stump and see in it a strange thing. Bet you did not see it. What am I looking at? I see it. Look closely at its flat top. What does this tell us? It's simple. The tree was cut down. This person's whack. This person's so whack. Creature Assault sounds metal for real. She doesn't read books, she only reads fanfics. You bet! And I also make them too, sometimes. Good news, Saf. Those books are available in audiobook form, so your excuses don't work. Oh, but then you have to put me in the mindset of listening to an audiobook to something I probably won't find interesting unless it's about true crime. The only shit I can pay attention to is about people dying. I don't know. This guy keeps misusing words so much, this would be covered in those red marker marks by a high school teacher for real. Can confirm? Wait, what, Reed? The flat top indicates that the Devil's Tower is a relative of Steve Urkel. Oh, no. Meatballs? Only you know the meatballs. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, the meatballs. Yes. Yes. Yeah, the meatballs. We leave the meatballs alone. An imagination excites the imagination, and the questions are lining up. Who cut it down? For what? Was it sawed? It was obviously Paul Bunyan, man. These questions we will look at later, because they go by the wayside. And you know why? Because this is not the only sawed stump on the planet. I'll tell you more. Devil's Tower was just a sample compared with what you will see next. Ladies and gentlemen, our plane is ready to fly. Our policy is that there's no policy. We simply circled over the planet. Fasten your seatbelts and better hold the handrails, for what you are about to see will modify your knowledge of the mountains and the rocks. Australia. That is a tree stump, yes. And that is a mesa, yes. That is another tree stump, and that is... I don't really know what that is. In the course of the flight, play the game. Find the 10 differences. Although there are only 2 differences. The material and the size. I'm pretty sure there's more than 10 differences, but sure, okay, go off. We got another tree stump versus another mesa. Canada. We got 2 tree stumps with 2 mesas. Although this is a very aesthetic picture, I'm not gonna lie. Italy. This is like if you just took like, I don't know, like you just like put something in putty and like you like flatten the top like a sand castle, and then you took a picture like side by side and compare the scale, and then just be like, look, they are exactly the same. That's literally what this guy's doing. I want to become a geologist simply to spite this person. Let's go, Pinya. Saf, this has to be an elaborate troll. Nobody says imagination excites the imagination expects to be taken seriously. Dude, I know, right? But at the same time, you know how whack some conspiracy theorists get, man. Okay, that is another stump, and that is another stump that has a trail leading up to it. Cape Town. They didn't even bother to put a stump for this one. What the hell? Greenland. Yeah, these are very flat. Argentina. USA. Just our singular one in the USA, you guys. Diomede Islands? Diomede? I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't even know where that is. But that's cool. That's a cool picture. Ethiopia? Nice. Venezuela, the one I used for my stream today, thumbnail. Yeah, thank you. I like the birds on it. This kind of doesn't seem real, but you know. I'm the tired EP. That's fair. And that's how my haircut looked at one point. Flat? Reed, ain't no way. Reed, you are a tree for real. A fossilized or a silicon tree. You're not a lemon tree anymore. You're a silicon tree now. And now it's emo boy in a rock band haircut. Oh my god. Thought those are pterodactyls in the thumbnail? I wish. Why are you calling me out like that? Hey, yo! Oh my god, you're right, though! Nothing wrong with that, though. I still dig that haircut. Scientists have dubbed them mesas because of the flat surface, like a table. These stumps are sticking out all over the planet. Hundreds of them. I mean... This doesn't look like a tree, but you know. I mean, this one kind of looks more like a cut tree of sorts. Oh, I do like the cloud over this one. That's really cool. And now let us remember how our conversation began. We thought we had seen the forests and walked in them when their growth is only 30 meters. We enjoy their beauty and are accustomed to these forests, but we are simply forced to think that it is a forest, when in fact it is just a 30-meter high bush. You hear that, everyone? Our trees are just bushes. Then it turned out that in the United States they preserved the old wood that is depicted in fairy tales, a giant 100 meters. It makes such giants fantasy when we hear the words fairy forest. On the California redwoods, our imagination is limited because of the prism. Otherwise, the mind would question itself as at the size of Devil's Tower, indicating a tree of 6 kilometers altitude. For example, a mountain in Cape Town, Africa, where the dimensions are truly impressive. The diameter of the plateau, 3 kilometers, multiplied by 20, and the height of an African tree turns into 60 kilometers. That is 10 times higher than the Devil's Tower, so our mind is definitely not seeing the stump in Cape Town. We are not even generally aware of what size is a normal tree when we only see its branches. Only one such gigantic twig could safely fit a sleeping area with shopping malls, schools, and parks. Sorry for the crazy example, but I do not see any other way to apply modern brains on the ancient picture of the world. 60 kilometers! Were there any higher? Now imagine that this is not the limit. Those who carefully read the previous information know that on the island of Bunyan was an oak of unprecedented proportions, turned into petrified stump which raises to the sky. This oak grew without rest, so it fits well into the fairy tale. No one knows how big its stump, covered by a glacier in Antarctica, was, but the fact is that the oak was a few 100 kilometers in height, that's for sure, which is several times higher than the African tree of Cape Town. Thus, the oak that grew in Antarctica was the largest plant in the world. Remember at the beginning of the chapter I pointed out the prism bodyguard of our mind which distorts the world? But how much? A lot. Ask any person next to you and show them the real trees in the photos, and they immediately will focus on the little greens, not even noticing those wretched bushes in which he sees the little green trees. The little greens could probably could be compared as moss, but not a forest. What is going on here? Pterodactyls are badass. They would totally befriend Sap too because they'd see the 4 wings and be like, oh yeah, that's my homie. Wait, pterodactyls have 4 wait, they have 4 wings? I thought it was just like one big leathery wing. Like 2 wings. It's been a while since I've seen a pterodactyl. I'm sorry, I'm bad with dinosaurs. Okay. He keeps saying these are cut trees, but who or how were they caught, right? Is he gonna say Paul Bunyan exists? I guess you could say that this guy doesn't see the forest for the trees. Can't believe you. Yeah, one big wing. This is the most convoluted way of calling me short. No! You're just a bush. Sorry. I would unironically live in a mini-topia built in a hollowed out 60-kilometer tall giga tree. Sap, would you go to the Saptown Mall with me, or Woodland Movie Theater, or the Bark? The Bark! These puns are great, I like it. Can't think of any more tree puns? These are really great. Thank you. Saptown Mall sounds pretty dope. Now let's look even wider. I once again tried to encourage you to think on a planetary scale. Just imagine what a giant curtain fenced over our face hides the true aspect of the world. Now you know why the apocalypse is literally translated as the opening curtain? Now you see why at the beginning of this chapter, I pointed to the prism embedded matrix through which we see the world, and as it turned out, we see almost nothing? Take my word, everything around is arranged differently and has nothing to do with what you see. I would say that the current state of society is a real dream, and the saddest thing is that not in a figurative sense of the word. You've probably noticed that the giant stumps I call trees are not the trees we know of. What is the difference in the old and new style? None. Tree. This is the true name of the giants. It came from the word chart from antiquity. In other words, the antiquity, a period where the trees grew. When they say in ancient times, this is over 7,500 years ago, or even earlier. I think now it is clear that measly 30-meter trees of bushes have been diluted from their ancestors. Back to the question. Hey, the question you've all been asking. Who cut them down? For what purpose? What kind of saw was used? Still too early to answer. Given that the entire surface of the planet was covered by gigantic vegetation, let's ask ourselves instead, what happened to the rest of the megatimber? They're dodging the question, The fact is that the Table Mountains are only a few trees at best, which were chosen for the saw cut. Keyword, to saw cut. The rest of the world was just a single forest, and it was laid blast. We have examined the stumps at ground level, and everyone has seen the trees cut down. But what of the broken ones? Let's have a look. Wait, what? Unironically, it would be a good sci-fi setting. A planet has gigatrees and humans hollow them out and built towns in them. Yeah, I mean, you do see that in certain like fantasy games and stuff. The word apocalypse is Greek though, and it was popularized by the Bible. Another name for the book of Revelations is the Apocalypse of John. Well, I'm pretty sure it definitely does not mean to open the curtain. Megatimber would be the name of the planet in that sci-fi novel. Megatimber would be the name? Nah, they could come with something cooler than Megatimber. That sounds silly. A broken stump of carbon. Understand the hint? Well then, if not, we will continue to play Find 10 Differences. This is a broken stump. That's a broken stump, apparently. That's another broken stump. That's another broken stump. Another broken stump. Another broken stump. I think you grasped the meaning, and therefore I propose to take a sober look at the highest stumps of the planet, which broke from the impact of the blast wave. Okay, but if there's a blast wave, where did the blast wave come from? Everest. Apparently it was a tree. Yo, this person's smoking something, that's for sure. Yo, they really smoked something for this. As you probably guessed, the rocks on the planet do not exist. Wait, what? Rocks don't exist, you guys. This is all the debris of stumps. You can revise a million pictures, but apart from the bodies of silicon in the world, you will not see anything. How to explain the origin of the rocks of official science? Now you understand why we're so fascinated by rocks. Why is the elite real estate placed among the rocks? Why is the ecological material for housing construction pieces of rock? Because although the rocks died, they continue to emit powerful energy of life saving for us, mortal representatives of in the carbon era. Stone, a bridge between the silicon and carbon form of life. And now another point. You must learn to clearly distinguish between the rocks and the mountains. This is a completely different concept. The rock is composed of a single piece of ragged stone, with characteristic protruding into the sky like fragments of fibers. What? I'm losing it, you guys. I'm losing it. Or Bunyan, no one. No, I feel like that would be the things excavating that land. It wouldn't be what the planet was called, though. And behold, the mountain, a bunch of loose waste to giant dump trucks. Its distinguishing feature, almost perfect cone shape, as befits a bulk structure. Sometimes waste is beginning to react between its layers, so the mountain abruptly turns into a volcano spewing lava. So there are no volcanoes, mountains, and rocks. They do also not exist. You can delete these terms from the lexicon. Delete them! Fly further. So, from the aircraft, we are well made out that absolutely all the rocks of our planet are the bodies of the silicon world. It's all fallen trees, you ask? No, not all. Lots of rock refer to fossilized animals and humans. Fans of Crimea have now guessed it first, but this topic is immense, so the details of fossilized fauna come in the next chapter. It should also be noted that not all trees have cell fibers, as Devil's Tower or the giant Causeway, for example. Many of the rock, which we have just mentioned, have a plate or sponge-like structure of the same type as our mushrooms. As they got different from the light, the silicon world of antiquity was so varied that the majority of species and subspecies are simply unable to be identified and catalogued. Boys and girls, our plane circled the earth and we came into land. Ship crew thanks you for having not gone mad from reading the comments to the usual pictures. After landing, you will be taken to a cozy hotel in the rocks where you have a rest before dinner, after which we will gather in a bunch today, the information in an orderly and coherent mosaic. Enjoy your vacation. Now sit back, I'll tell you a story. Hold on, before that, I just don't get it. If these mountains are petrified trees and stumps, that implies they're materially different than just dirt, right? One of the mountains have petrified roots under them, which you can materially differentiate from dirt around it. I mean, how are you gonna dig up a mountain, though? Oh yeah, they're gigasaws to hollow out the megatimber called Bunyan engines. Good idea, I'm copywriting this. Alright, who's he talking to? I don't fucking know. Us? Question mark? This shit's whacking. That's all I know. Consider the nature of the film Avatar, only multiplied by its diversity as 1,000,000 times. All this was in bloom and oozing until the bad guys came. First, they cut down some of the best trees, branded chainsaws, do not forget, to use them as biofuel for the big generator to change the temperature and the atmospheric pressure inside the planet. This was the beginning of the end. Following the climate change, all flora petrified, in contrast to some of the fauna that still somehow escaped undercover. Thus, vegetation had no longer signs of life, and before the Silicon era, their bodies lost all its elasticity. The planet was overrun by a destructive carpet. The temperature blast downed everything that had roots. Let's look at this clearly by the example of carbon trees familiar to us. That is a tree that has fallen. As you can see, the stump is about 5 to 10% of the volume of wood that falls with the crash. Here is the fallen wood from allegedly Tunguska meteorite. Whoa, this came from a meteorite that crashed all these trees? Yeah, nobody has ever dug at the foot of a mountain before. I mean, you can't just dig up the whole mountain and just yank that shit out of the ground like you can a plant. That was a real event? That's really cool. Must be a big-ass meteorite, holy shit. And now imagine the volume of the fallen tree. Let the height be of 100 kilometers. Can you imagine how much stone must lie down there with a stump? So where did it all go? But on this question, we just said Pavel Ulyanov after the blast. All the living fell, then came the funny guys with their fun technique and literally scraped from all continents a few hundred meters of the upper layer of the stone. These creatures were like cancer, devouring one continent after another, emptying the earth and making it into a pit on a planetary scale. That was all that formed the deserts, the barbaric period, and an expression of career. What? Cuttlefish in the photo, Bagger 288, the largest bucket wheel excavator in the world today. If this equipment is with us, primitive prosimians, imagine the level of alien technology which control the trees at a height of 100 kilometers. But as a rotary excavator works, he crawls on tracks parallel to the pit wall. The huge disc with buckets scrapes the rock, leaving a concave wall of stone. I'm starting to lose it. What's happening? Geologists, I see more students being hypnotized, just like developing careers called a miracle of nature, such as the cliff in Australia. That is a nice cliff. I will say that. This is hilarious. Okay, I'm losing it. What is happening here? Imagine being a silicon life form, and your ultimate fate by humanity is to be used by Pat Dragon. No. The Tunguska event / the Great Siberian Explosion was believed to be an asteroid impact that exploded with a force roughly 4 times bigger than the little boy nuclear device used. Holy shit, that must be a wacky one. It flattened hundreds of square miles of trees, damn. That cliff wasn't down under Dan? Oh my god, it was? Did you have to scale this cliff, Reed? This thing's 100% real too. This machine is super cool. One of the biggest mobile land machines ever built. Huh. No, I have to surf it. You have to surf up the cliff? Oh, that's cool. I mean, at least I'm learning about fun new facts, I guess. This is hilarious. If you do not believe in this, they called it a wave of rock. Check out the official explanation. To not be accused of plagiarism, I repeat for the 10th time that this theme of the quarries, volcanoes, and bucket wheel excavators was brilliantly opened by Pavel Ulyanov, Wake Up Human. Simply, we are approaching the climax of this amazing story, and I just had to familiarize you with the principle of the bucket wheel excavators. Otherwise, you will not understand the culmination of the whole chapter. Continuing. All that fell on the surface of the planet has been scraped by the mega machines. So what have we got from the Silicon era was the surviving stone stumps, cliffs. The thing on the Aryan's area was just a tidbit of the unusual composition of the soil. I mean, that is a really nice, pretty thing, yes? The composition of the rocks was not always of the usual silicon dioxide. Neither they were always semi-precious stones. Now you understand why the organized park of petrified trees, and why those distributed logs are now like gems? And here another question rises. Why were these stumps left untouched? I confess I have no answer. Access to this information for some reason turned out to be classified, so we had to rely on logic, which is very bad for writing such material. It is possible that the stumps were some kind of cork stopper of some energy that flows from the Earth's shifters that cannot be opened. Wait, what? Look at this picture. Okay, I'm looking at it. Anticipating the question I asked 500 times after the publication of this chapter. How to determine which rock was alive and what is not. I inform you that in the silicon world there was no stone at all, so absolutely every boulder that you can find in the world is a piece chipped off from some creature in the silicon era. Thus, the entire silicon flora and fauna of the occupants were taken, and the question arises, where have such prodigious amounts of stone gone? Maybe it was taken out of the earth, as many believe. No, guys, nothing was exported. Stone was needed inside the planet for the construction of the century. What? And what can be constructed from such a large quantity of stone? Bases, fortresses, cities? Leave these small thoughts. If you want to understand the intention of the gods, then you need to think like a god. And once again, I ask you to think in planetary consciousness, and oddly enough, this will help us in the fairy tale of the gingerbread man. There once a way, we're talking about the gingerbread now? Alright, gingerbread man time, alright. It's so big it can't have wheels. It has feet that it kind of shuffles around on. It takes the machine hours to shuffle across part of a work area for excavation. Oh, interesting. The Bunyan engine mega machines of Planet Timber, the new sci-fi masterpiece by Saphera de Noma. Nope, not me. It was probably a cork to stop magic earth energy. Most likely, you know logically. Yeah, earth energy. They can just feel if you hug a fucking tree. Or I guess in this case, the fucking big rocks that are supposedly old trees. IDK, what's up with my Discord notifications? This is the second time I'm scammed. Wolfman, so good of you to drop by. And I also don't know, because I've been pinging. So, but I'm glad you caught it. We're still going. We're at the conclusion, and we're gonna talk about the gingerbread man. What could they possibly build with all that? I must know. Yeah, we'll see how the gingerbread man relates to this. There was an old couple. So the old man says to the old woman, "Come on, old woman, on duck scratch the bottom of the barrel for litter, whether flour nascribishon bun." She took the old wing, scratched on the duct on susicum pomelo, and scraped together 2 handfuls of flour. Knead the flour with sour cream, cooked up the bun, roasted in butter, and put in the window chill. What? What did that even mean? Recently, I discovered one more version of this fairy tale, more similar to the truth, as it explains who the gingerbread man is. Asked Tark Paranovich Jiva create a bun, and she Svarog Susikam scratched by the barn's churtojim pomelo and molded bun and put it on the hall rada window, and shone bun and rolled on Peru Nova way, but not for long. He rolled in the hollow boar, rolled, chewed off at the boar bun side, but not all took a bite, and the tithe pitch on the bun, and has come to the hall of Cygnus, the swan, and the Otcleval piece, and in the hall of the raven, raven Otcleval piece, in the hall of the bear, bear colobox god squeezed, wolf in his hall of bun almost half gnawed, and when the loaf has come to the hall of fox, fox ate it. The fuck did I just read? I can't cook, so I don't know if this. I don't know half these words I just said. For all I know, I could have just said like some massive fucking slang, some fucking curse words in a language I don't understand. This writing, really, the gingerbread man, as you've never heard it before. I thought the gingerbread man was like a funny little rhyme. What is this? This sounds like if you had like trained AI to write the gingerbread man for you, but like the AI was half cooking. Makes sense. I'm glad Wolfman gets it. This tale is a figurative description of the astronomical observations of the movements of the month ancestors across the sky, from the full moon to a full moon. This guy's on crack. This guy's lost his marbles. And Halls, Tark, and Jiva, to Svarog's circle comes the full moon. After the Hall of Fox begins a new moon. Thus says the second tale of the gingerbread man, this is the month. This is so clear and logical. There is no doubt, is there? No, man, you lost me ages ago. I'm in the fucking dust now. But in this story, there is another hidden one. I do not know about you, but my childhood strained as the phrase bottom of the barrel scraped. When I hear it, the feeling I get is the scratching my rake back, and not in vain, as it turned out, as intuitive rejection. And now a question to 1 billion. For some Susukam scraper's grandmother... Anyway... Is this the excavator thing? That thing is huge! Holy shit! Oh, more machines. Nice. Yo, this one looks just straight out of like a fucking fantasy. Oh, like a video game or something. Admire what tools Grandmother Jiva uses as scrapers for the bottom of the barrel. This is the bottom of the barrel. The scraped continents of our planet, and not the rubbish that we think. I don't know what point this guy's trying to make. And here's the hitch, the size of it all, the fact that the city beside it is hollow and the stone I scraped from around the world. What happened to the lion's shares of the stones? Everything is very simple. Do you happen to know what it is that makes glass? Molten silica! Yes, the same silicon dioxide which consists of rock. In place of the gods, I have melted rocks into glass. Why such a huge amount of God's glass? To build a giant shell and call it... Call it what? Should I be afraid? The fuck did I just read? Yeah, that nonsense text was an ancient incantation to summon Lovecraftian horrors to our world. All rip. The Gingerbread Man was written in like the 1500s and 1600s, not billions of years ago though. Yeah, I don't know what this guy was on. A lot of people who've seen that Gig Digger thing is this fake / Photoshop too. It's 100% real and 100% that big. Holy shit, that's huge. Is there more? I mean, if there is more, I ain't gonna go look for it. That shit is whack. I feel like this is like, you have to be high out of your mind. I feel like you have to be high out of your mind, have no education, believe everything that you read, and also high the fuck out of your mind to truly understand what this guy's talking about, because I sure as hell didn't know. Lost me within the first fucking paragraph. I'm just like, okay. Because I think the thing I hate most about conspiracy theorists is that they say, they like bring all this stuff up They bring all this, like, you know, the shit up. They're like, oh, this tree stump looks just like that mesa. And then all they do is just like, do you see it? Do you get it? And they don't ever explain what they're trying to point at, because even they don't really know what they're talking about. You know, that's like the issue, is that they try to leave it up to you to get their vibes, but I'm kind of like, no, you have to lay this shit out logically, soundly, in detail, and even if you're completely wrong, at least tell me what is your thought process. If I don't understand what your thought process is, you're gonna lose me, bestie. Like, I ain't lasting this long. This guy blew my mind. Mountains being stumps left over from the gods harvesting materials for some super construction project. Crazy, but like it has a potential for a sci-fi story. You know what? That is true. That is true. It does have potential. I do think it's interesting that they're just like basically saying everything around us is made of like creatures and like living things from the past. Like these are not rocks. I don't believe it, but at least that was pretty interesting. A lot of these conspiracy manifestos need a lot of citation needed tags. Even if they made up from some fucking citation stuff, it still would just be like, they would just be linking to each other, honestly. They wouldn't link to anything credible. But, yeah, so that was a journey. I can't say I learned anything from it, but the pictures are nice at least, because I mean, like, bro, I didn't know this thing was even real. I didn't know such a big ass machine existed. That's insane. That looks cool. That looks really cool. I can see why some people really like, you know, machines. Cause like that's rad. I don't want to be near that thing. I can't imagine what it's like to like be near it, but at least that looks cool. I mean, let's be honest, this guy took a lot of inspiration from Avatar. That movie blew his mind and he wrote this. That is true. He did love you could tell he loved the Avatar movie. I thought the Avatar movie was okay. The hair tentacle sex thing was kind of weird. You learn something new every day, especially when a nerd like me is in chat. Yeah, you followed through a lot with like what this guy was talking about and like brought your own facts in here, so that was pretty cool. Because I'm just like, geology? Not my thing. The most I do is fun animal facts, and that's about it. I'm more biology based than I am any other part of science. I don't like chemistry, I don't like physics. I don't like history. Very niche, but that's okay. But at the very least, at least you guys know I'm not crazy. And now I know. If I ever think that I am going crazy, at least I'm not as bonkers and off the wild rockers like this guy was, because that was a trip. I had fun reading it though. I didn't know what they're talking about, but I had fun reading it. Still doubt? I'm a different form of crazy, okay? Sorry for spamming your chat, but if everyone else is quiet, I figure why not? Oh yeah, no worries, Logan. I'm used to like just like, you know, bouncing off chat and things, and it was nice listening to the stuff that you had to say about what we were reading, because I was like, man, even I don't know what's going on. So the clarification points were fine. Don't worry about the whole quote-unquote spammy chat thing. It is what it is. I know most of my base is over on Twitch and for video games rather than me reading weird wacky shit like this. But I do appreciate everyone who has listened, just even if you're just lurking. I appreciate it, for real. If you're a VOD watcher, I also appreciate you very much. I don't think any VOD watcher watches the whole video, but you know, still appreciate it. Just try to provide interesting, relevant facts. Yeah, no, you're fine, Logan. Don't worry, you're doing good. And I mean, considering this might be my last YouTube stream for a couple of months, it's fine. But no, it was nice to learn about, because I'm just like, I would have just fucking read this and been like, I literally don't know what's happening, which I still don't know what's happening. But at least, you know, you can provide me with facts, be like, this shit actually exists, like, this is a real thing, that's so wild. Because this seriously looks like it came out like fucking like a game, like a Dead Space. I'm not just saying that because it got that little green look to it or anything, and I just played Dead Space, but you know. Let me know if you need similar cuckoo theories like this. We'll see about that. I can't say I'm eager to go for another conspiracy theory anytime soon, but it was nice to put it on every now and then. If you got any ones about aliens, I might be interested in that one, but we'll see. For now, I think I might go into more visual novels for a bit because I have a lot to get through. I have a lot of visual novels that are already on my library that I haven't even touched because they take forever. So chances are my next few streams will probably, like when I come back to YouTube streams, will just be visual novels for a bit because I want to start cutting that stuff down. But we'll see. Again, look up 4D time cube, or better yet, the slightly bigger Luke Skywalker theory. I feel like I've heard of that one, but I don't know what is that. What is that? Slightly bigger Luke Skywalker theory. What is this? There are in fact 2 Luke Skywalkers? What is this? What the hell? Those are both real? Wait, like this is not a conspiracy theory? Like this is like legit? Or that these exist? Ooh. Okay, well. That one interests me, but the only downside is I've never really gotten into Star Wars, so that would be out of my realm, but that looks interesting. That looks interesting. What is this? This is so silly. They have pictures and everything. What is this? Alright, well, I'll keep it in mind. But chances are, you know, if I see you a few months' time, you can remind me then too as well. No, they exist, not that they're real. I thought about lying to you for a sec, but I figured you'd never buy either theory for even like a second. Yeah, probably not. What I'm more inclined to believe in is that life is a simulation, but even then that's just kooky. I don't put too much thought into it. I do like a lot of like things that like play with that though, like Rick and Morty and like Futurama. That stuff was always fun. But okay. That's it for me today though. Thank you all for joining me on this wacky little journey about Silicon era life forms. I don't fucking know. This shit was wild. Follow the white rabbit! No! But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out. It was really fun going through this with you guys. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone who has lurked, who has watched up to this point, who has just vibed, and I will miss you guys for a bit, but I will try my best to do some edited content in the downtime. If you do want to catch me, I will be over on Twitch every now and then. I probably will be on Wednesdays as much as I can to do my JRPGs, and then every other day after that would kind of just be whenever the fuck I feel like it, when I know I'm not gonna explode from all the work I have to do. But otherwise, been having fun. I'll catch you on Twitch. Hey, let's go! That was unironically fun, Saf. Would love to see more in the future. Yeah, I would like to do more of this in the future too. I look forward to a lot of things that happen in the future. There is a chance that when I come back to YouTube streaming, I might have my male model ready by then, because hopefully this won't disappoint anybody, but I do want to have my hot male OC VTuber character be the face of YouTube, and then me, my cute adorable Nephilim self, to be mostly on Twitch. They can switch every now and then, and definitely if I make any clips from anything that I do on Twitch, they're gonna show up on this channel. But for more original content and probably future YouTube streams when that happens, it'll probably be the male model. My voice isn't gonna change, so that's gonna be funny. I don't know how that'll do. But you know, I'm just here to vibe anyway. I don't really care, so it's whatever. Male model? No, not that male. Not a letter. No. I mean like my male gendered OC. You know, the dude with a PP. And that's mostly just because I like hot anime men. I want to be a hot anime man. Impulsive decisions are great. Deliver you your visual novels. That's great, Wolfman. Holy shit. Now I feel like I should have like a little male outfit. That'd be really cute, actually. But no, that's not happening. He's too edgy for that. That's a good one, though, you guys. Good one. But yeah, we'll see. I am looking forward to it, though. But you know, I will miss you guys for real. Yes, I did spend 5K on a spontaneous decision. I mean, yeah, pretty much. Me being spontaneous. Tee. But no, I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it goes. I will definitely be updating things on Twitter as it goes. I'm gonna be very excited. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I'm just like, well, can't do anything about it. I'm on a wait list, so I just gotta wait till it's my turn. But no problem, Saf. I hope IRL stuff goes better for you. Thank you. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm not gonna, but it is just overtime, and I do worry I'm gonna burn out if I try doing what I currently do plus streams, because I'm not gonna get sleep if I do it all that, and I'm gonna need my rest because I'm losing one of my weekend days. But it'll be fine. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out, and I will see you guys next time. So until then, hope you all have a good night. Sleep well, sweet dreams. Thank you so much again for listening to me, and hope to see you guys either on Twitch, Discord, or whatevs, honestly. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Bye.